What's up, YouTube? So the question at hand is the Karambit extended grip. This guy, is it realistic? So the ways you see these Karambit guys use it is they use this kind of as like grab the guy around the neck type of thing, using it as a slicing. But I would use it because it's a straight edge here, probably more like a extended reach. Okay. So yeah, obviously that speaks to some dualistic, D-U-E-L, dualistic type of combat as opposed to self-defense. But in the probably rare scenario where you're going to defend yourself against a blade, maybe, I mean, we're living in a more bladed culture, threats of firearms being taken away, Second Amendment freedoms, etc. We're going to be left with some blades, clubs, etc. So it behooves one to be somewhat well versed in there. So in a situation where, for example, maybe you did get attacked and you were carrying a pocket knife like this, and maybe you were able to deflect, or maybe you just got slightly wounded, get away and withdraw your own. Now hopefully the person would run away, but if that person's trained, I mean, like I said before, go look at some Filipino street fights, African street fights, where people are using blades, and there are people that will actually engage. So in this situation where you might, is this realistic? So I would use it more as a reach, because I mean, distance is good, but sometimes closing in is good. If I were to have blade against blade, and I had this on me, I would use this as a reach implement. So the question is it realistic? Am I going to break my fingers? It's going to be too wobbly. It's a good question. So I'm going to do a little brief demo here, and maybe we'll settle the question. So I've got a training knife here because I obviously don't want to damage my blade. It's all aluminum, so it's a little bit heavier, a little bit more wobblier, I guess. But in terms of size comparison, it's definitely shorter than my Endura. And probably about a little bit shorter than my, I'm sorry, this is the Delica. Yep, shorter than that. Labels, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of wood, put it like about here. Now, if this was a flimsy grip, I'd probably feel it right here. So I'm going to hit this with pretty decent force, okay? Question is how much force, but didn't hurt. Notice how this is just lined up against my finger, so the pressure that's going against my finger is really onto my middle finger. Doesn't really hurt. I mean, can I do push-ups like this? Probably not, but because it hurts. But this does not hurt. So again, using pretty decent force. Well, what are we going to target? I'm not going to try to penetrate hard matter. This will be probably more of a upper face, eyes, throat. So if you ask me, this does not hurt. It can be used in this type, and look at that, I got even some, you see these dents here? I don't know if you can, but I got a couple of dents here. No dents here now. We got 1, 2, 3 here. So I'm putting some dents in. I think that settles the question that this in fact can be used in this position, that it is realistic. Now, you can move like a boxer, have footwork, non-telegraphic jabs. I mean, you launch this at somebody's face, you're going to do some damage. So I would say the answer is yes, it's realistic in terms of a thrust, in terms of a reach weapon, in terms of the jab type of movement with footwork. Alright folks, that's it, that's all. Ciao.